Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So right here we have this crashed G37 that got dropped off. So we're going to be bringing this car back to life. I was trying to pry open the hood. I was finally able to get it open, check out the extent of the damage. And, ooh, okay, this hood doesn't hold up anymore, but this hood is also finished. So right here where it's supposed to screw on to the hole ended up tearing off. So this carbon hood may or may not be savable. We'll find out later on, but it did crack a little bit right here. I see some stress cracks. Kind of hard to tell because it's dirty, but you can see them right there going in that direction. So yeah, this is basically done. And as we can see down here, we got a kink into this bracket right here, so this bracket needs to be replaced. The whole radiator support needs to be replaced. This radiator cover needs to be replaced. Front bumper, headlight. This fender got warped inward. It's kind of hard to tell from this angle, but this fender got from this top section got pushed inward like that, along with getting pushed back. So we're probably also going to need new hood hinges as well. Most likely they did bend, and you can tell nothing is aligned anymore. The whole hood shifted this way. It's overlapping on this fender, so you guys can see right here. So most likely we are going to need new hood hinges. This fender might be okay. It did shift back and over. It's like super tight right here and really open down there, and it's kind of like facing outward. We might have to replace this bracket as well. Shoot. Maybe not. Maybe we might be able to get away with it, but whole radiator support needs to be taken off and replaced. The guy told me that this coolant tank did crack and all the coolant spilled out, so that needs to be replaced as well. So let's pull the car into the shop and let's get into stripping this thing apart and seeing all the damage from the inside. So we got this car in here now. So I'm gonna start taking the front bumper off, headlights off. Grill's broken, which I already have a new grill for. So we have a new grill for it. Those Alpha Rex headlights are for some other car. We have the newer black housing stock OEM putting on the car as well. So slight yellow hazing on top of that one, but honestly just a quick sand and buff and these things will look like brand new. This one looks pretty decent, except for like some sticker that they left on there, so left a little bit of glue residue. That one is just like a little bit of hazing on top and a little scuff on the side, but all that could be buffed out, so it isn't too bad. But new grill, new headlights. I am gonna get a new front bumper for this car as well. And then hood is definitely a no-go. I opened it up and then even this side is already broken. So the little drop nut insert, rivet insert, whatever you want to call it, is broken off. So hood is basically useless at this point now. So we can't use this hood anymore because both latches are done. So this is basically, I'm probably just gonna end up keeping this if he doesn't want to take it with him and just hang it up on the wall or something. All right, so I'm gonna get started on taking this thing apart. Got the time lapse going. Let's get to it. All right, so we finally got everything stripped off, but as you guys can tell, it's not as bad as it looks. Doesn't seem to be any frame damage, but I won't know until I get this radiator support off. It's broken right there, shattered right here, as you guys can see that. Yeah, so if I can focus it, come on. Yeah, so shattered all right here. This is completely broken off. Cracked right there, but bottom seems to be fine, but regardless, it's all one giant piece. So it already is broken on this half. This half looks completely fine. This latch probably works fine. This latch, I need to test it out and make sure it even actually works. Oh, there we go, got it to latch. So it's latched on. Let's see if it opens with the hood release cable. Yeah, opened right up. Cool. So maybe we'll be able to salvage this hood latch as well, and then we should be fine. This side looks completely fine. No dents or anything like that. This side does need to be replaced. It's got a kink in it right here, so we're gonna have to swap that out. But let's get the crash bar off next. Yeah, we'll start taking off the radiator support. Unfortunately, that does mean that we have to take the radiator off. So I'm not sure if his AC works or not, but we're gonna have to bleed out the AC, which means he's gonna have to get a recharge later on, take this thing off. So we're gonna have to properly bleed that out just in case if this hasn't lost pressure or not. Hopefully it's still in one piece and it works fine. And if it doesn't, then yeah, we're gonna have to replace that. So first things first, we're gonna swap this thing out, undo the brackets, this sensor, this bracket, undo this clip. This, I don't remember what it's from. I think it's part of the headlight, but it is broken now, so it's trash. So we're gonna take this stuff off, drill out the welds on this bracket, pry this thing out, and then we're probably gonna just cut this thing here, or I'm gonna try to hammer it and like straighten it up as much as I can so it could be like this one. See how this one's straight, this one's bent back. All right, so holes drilled out. There we have it. Just need to pry this up now because it's like pinched tight, and I think there's a little bit of adhesive in there. So I'm just gonna get a couple spatulas, kind of pry this open, and then slide this arm out. Gonna use the angle grinder for this side. Just cut this off, most likely, because I was looking at it. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to straighten this out because, as you guys can see, it's flat right here, and all the way down here it's already pinched open and stuff. So I don't have the tools to straighten this or anything, so I'm just gonna end up cutting it off like I did with the last one. Again, it's not gonna affect it in any way. It's gonna be fine. The only thing that I guess it's just more security, I guess you could call it, but it's not really necessary for this rebuild. So what is necessary is this one, because this thing aligns the whole fender from the front, and the fender literally folds up right here. So we're gonna be cutting this off. This one doesn't matter. This one's still gonna be on, so it's perfectly fine, and we don't have to worry about it. So let's get to it. As you guys can see right here, we have a brand new IPL bumper. Look at that, that thing looks amazing, super aggressive, looks way nicer. And we have G37 AMS carbon fiber hood. Right now I have already sanded down the fender. This is ready to be wrapped in gloss black. I also sanded down the roof because of this clear coat peeling off. Sanded that down, sanded down the whole roof, and we're gonna be wrapping the roof in gloss black as well. And then car should be good to go. So other than that, radiator is back on. When the only thing that we're waiting on is the coolant tank that's gonna arrive, I think, tomorrow. Put that in, fill it up with coolant, and car will be 100% again. So I'm also gonna be sanding down and buffing out the headlights, make them look a little bit nicer, the other ones right there. But other than that, let's get started on wrapping the roof and the fender. Car is looking so much better now. Whole front end put back together. Only thing is that we're still missing the radiator cover, so that kind of like supposed to push the bumper out at least that tiny gap, so it folds inward. But once we have the radiator cover, which he said he's gonna get later on, it should be like that, but you know, kind of goes in forward. But nothing I could do about it now because we have no radiator cover. But headlights looking so nice. Blacked out grill. Hell yeah. Compared to how it came in, this thing looks amazing. So I'm gonna finish putting everything back together. Like this side skirt, I had taken it off to adjust stuff. And then this side skirt, we also ended up putting some brand new brackets on the bumper from Nissan. Stiffener, whatever, I guess that's the what it's called, stiffener. So it's the brackets that go up there, and the ones on the fenders. So those are all on to hold a bumper, since we have no radiator cover where the bumper clips onto. So we needed some kind of support at least on the top. So we got those on, and now gap is closed, shut. So there we have it. Finally have the new coolant tank. That finally came in. This goes right here, or I think like this, like that. So that goes like that. So we're gonna put this on, because I'm gonna fill this up with coolant, bleed it, and then we'll take it on a test drive, make sure everything is ready to go. All right, first drive after putting in the coolant, bleeding it out. Let's see how it goes. So far, no overheating. Literally just gonna drive it around the block, head back, and then check for any leaks. Because right now, when I was swapping out the coolant hose, it was leaking because of the coolant hose that I swapped out. But hopefully we have no issues. All right, so made it back to the shop. So we were leaking coolant from right here. The hose right here was leaking. So I swapped out the hose with a new one. This one's aftermarket from O'Reilly's. And then I got this kind of clamp instead of the normal pinch pinch ones. So no more leaking coolant from here, because it would leak and then it would land on the belts, and with the fans on, it was literally throwing everything upward. But other than that, no leaking. Checking the bleeder valve back here. I don't think we have any more leaks apart from that down there, which when I swapped this one out, it like leaked all on there, but looks like we're fine. No leaks on the bottom. I only have the last piece of the puzzle right here, so which is this bracket right here. So bolts up from the bottom, and then these two up here. So we finally have it in, so the spring has somewhere to push up on when we unlatch the hood, and safety latch. So other than that, he's only missing the radiator cover, which he said he's gonna get on his own later on. But other than that, everything is finally done. New radiator support, new used radiator coolant reservoir tank, new radiator hose as well. But other than that, we are basically done. So you hear that safety latch, that one latched, and this one latched. And there we have it. Car is 100% now done. And then just to make sure it actually opens up the way it's supposed to. Yep. Cool. Yep. That safety latch, it's a must. Good to go.
Heartache.
Yeah.
Oh, and the color match is fine. Damn, bro, it looks like a new car.
Hell yeah. Way different than when it first came in, huh?
Blessed it. I had a question. What do you think I should do with the carbon? Should I like put like some type of protection coating on it?
I'd say ceramic coat.
Ceramic coat?
Ceramic coat if you really wanted to last. There we have it. Car's all in one piece.
Thank you.
See you, bro. Rebuild of this G37. It took a couple weeks to do, actually, you know, but in this video it makes it look like it was just like a long day process type of thing, but this actually took a few days. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.